to Back to the Basics with Raybackonthagram. Back to the Basics, this is a new podcast show for us, and what the content is really about on here, I'll give you my viewpoint and then I'll let Ray take over. But for me, getting back to the basics is really having an understanding of self. It delves into relationships, but at the end of the day, back to the basics is really honesty. To me, being the core things that you learn, that you know, and really just implementing and accepting them instead of kind of being as looking at social media for everything. For, you know, a guy, as the guy put, when you already have the blueprint, we were raised with the blueprint. So for me, back to the basics, that's kind of what the standpoint that I see it from.
So for me, back to the basics is just diving back into reality. I feel like we've strayed so far away what real is anymore. I mean, down to our personas, our bodies, even your personality. We have strayed so far away, and I think a lot of stuff. We're a certain age demographic, so this is we're in the late 30s, early 40s, right? Correct, and it's just a lot of stuff I feel like we're trying to keep up with that we already been there, done that.
Right.
We already been there, done that. So this podcast for me is just about being true to yourself and stop letting the hype get you all razzle dazzle, because this is gonna have you going down the rabbit hole. And as we all know, that's never ending.
Right. It's a slippery slope.
It's a very slippery slope.
So yeah, when you watch this, you can look forward to colorful commentary. We'll get into a lot of topics that a lot of people, we really go through. Most people go through the same shit. How we handle it is going to be different. How people handle it is based on wanting acceptance from other people. You really get people dealing with other people's perception instead of keeping it a buck. Like, I'm not going to agree with everybody on everything. In fact, I know a lot of things that people feel away, I don't feel the same way. And I'm 100% okay with that. Like, I embrace that about myself. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I ain't supposed to be. That's okay. But it's who I am, and I'm okay with that. And I think everybody should be comfortable and okay with who they are. I think that's the foundation of back to the basics. You have to be comfortable with self, be comfortable with expressing your wants and needs. We live in a rate where we don't really listen. Nobody really talks. Everybody's on the phone. It's all about social media. But as far as really getting to know, even doing things, like, people don't do things for their enjoyment. They do things to post it on the gram so other people can see, oh, it looks like they're enjoying this. And then after the camera's off, you sitting there back on your phone. Not even smiling, not even conversating or anything.
It's so funny because my son graduated, whenever graduation was, a month ago. And we went out to eat. And we were all sitting at the table. And everybody was on their phone. And my auntie, she looked around and she was like, hey, can we do something? Can everybody just put their phone down while we're eating? And I'm going to be honest, it kind of irritated me a little bit because I'm like, what? But it made sense. We looked around, and after we put our phones down, we looked around the restaurant and everyone was on their phone. And I think, like, even for me, being on your phone, even with these different stuff, it gives you an escape to, you know, it's like you live in the
internet. And let me segue that to how that works in everyday life. So I'm sitting here with you. We're having a conversation, right? Or attempting to. And I'm in my phone. I'm not engaging the person who I'm actually here with, who is in front of me, who's giving me their time. I'm engaging people who are not here. I'm trying to get the attention and likes of people who may be doing something else instead of focusing my time and enjoyment on my friend who is right here with me, and we're not in the moment.
Right.
And
I'm guilty of that. I do that a lot.
That transfers to relationships. We don't know how to listen.
Yeah.
We're waiting to respond. We're not listening.
Right.
And it's just like, it affects us in ways I think we don't even think about.
Right.
Like, people are kind of literally awkward when it comes to interaction with other people, because on that phone, you're going to say what you want and you probably don't think twice about it. But face to face, it's like people are weird.
They're not who they
post
to be.
Yeah.
They're not who they supposed
to be.
And well, the one thing I would say about me, and this is what I stand firm on. I'm me 24/7. Every day, like, you're going to get the same person, good, bad, or indifferent. And some days and I don't say that to say, like, I'm perfect or anything, but one thing I am is genuine, and I feel like I'm authentic.
Yeah. And that's the key. Like, being authentic, being who you are, and that's how you know if people really kind of fuck with you for you,
right,
or they fuck with you for their own little side purpose. And for me, like, I know, I tell, well, you can't see him, but I tell my business partner, even you be like, oh, so what about this? I'm like, I don't have a circle like that.
Right.
And I really, honestly, I swear to God, I don't. I have, like, my closest friend is somebody I know since we were in the 6th grade.
Gotcha. Me
and her are close. And I recall an argument, and it wasn't even an argument. We was both mad at each other. But we didn't argue. We didn't say no disrespectful sideways shit. We both sat there in my car. I had took her to the grocery store. And we was mad. We sat there for about 5 minutes, didn't say nothing. So I was like, you want me to help you bring your stuff upstairs? She was like, you can just bring it to the door and I'll be good. But I don't even remember what the argument was or what we was irritated with each other about. But just the respect of, I'd rather sit with you in silence and know this bitch is mad. She ain't feeling me right now. I'm not going to go talk behind your back. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm not about to go tell your business. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that.
Right.
And that's a hard thing to find.
It is. And like, even you say like you have a small circle, you don't really talk to people like that. Like, it's crazy. Like, you approach me like, oh, I sell this item XYZ, and I was like, okay, well, I know a lot of people, and I start getting you people and stuff like that because that's what I'm good at. But I also feel like when you are a genuine person and true to yourself, even if it's certain things that you aren't not even good at, it's just not for you, you'll get put in the right path of the people that can help you along the way.
I'll say this, and this is a reality for me. Like, literally, the people who I gravitate toward tend to be really, really good people.
Right.
Like, to their core.
Yeah.
Even if you could be totally different from me, which I tend to gravitate toward people with big personality.
Right.
Because I know I'm not that person. But I love it. Like, I'll be like, okay, this person is bubbly, they're a social butterfly. All the things that I definitely am not. I don't, it's not that I don't like to be around people, but I'm a watcher. I'm a people watcher.
So what you represent for me is duality. I'm the over the top. I'm the do too much. Like, right, you're too loud. Okay, all right. And I'm not gonna be offended because I know it's coming from a good place.
Right.
But see, like, those are the type of people that people like me need. It can't be 10 rambunctious because we go get in trouble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It gotta be somebody that's like, nah, we doing too much. I'm doing too much. But it's coming from a good place. So it's like, if you tell me you're doing too much, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, let me stop. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
No, for real. So that's what I didn't get to tell you when we were talking before we started rolling. That one thing I like about you is it's very clear and concise. Like, I don't ever wonder what it is with you. Right. And the thing is, you're a very sweet person to me, but I seen one day at work and one of the top guys came up to you and was trying to talk to you. I don't know if you knew who he was.
I didn't.
You did not. And he was trying to give you something, and you looked at him, you was like it's too early for this. And he was just kind of like, okay, like whatever. But you really, like, when you said like everything is on your face, because I was, I'll be sitting in my car because I'm on standby. And I remember when you came over, I said, come here. I said, you know who that is? You was like, I don't care. It's too early for this. I was like, that's the top safety manager. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, oh shit, look funny.
No, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I told him, I said, sir, I'm not even on the clock yet. I haven't clocked in, so I'm still on my time. I don't really have to hear what you're saying.
That's true. That is true.
And without trying to be rude, but he's the guy, he's going to keep her, oh, well, let me talk to you about this. You ain't just going to hand me the paper, okay, I'm going to read it and keep on going, because that's usually what, the process is. You want to stand there and talk, and I just told you, like, I need to go do something. I'm not on the clock.
You made it very clear. I'm not on the clock, and we're at work, so technically, like you said, you're still on your time. That makes sense.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm never a person to try to be rude because I really feel like it's not necessary. Now, until if you keep pushing, then I'm gonna say it a different way.
Right.
It's gonna be a different way. But I try not to be real. I don't think it's necessary. I think you can communicate and get your point across in a respectable way.
Right. So, like, for me, I feel like people, like, if you know me, you know me. Like, I'm the type of person, if you get me right away, you get me. Because it's really no in between with me. Either people, they love me or they hate me. And the people that hate me, baby, when I tell you they hate me, they hate me. And I be like, what I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know. You know what? I do know. I know what I do to people. I think my personality can come off as, if you don't know me, you might be like, is she being genuine? Because I don't do anything for nothing back.
Right.
I've never asked you for anything. I've never said, girl, I've been giving you all these people, give me a discount. Like, those are not even the thoughts that cross my mind. And even if you said, I'm gonna give you this, I'd be like, no, I don't want to do that, because I'm supporting. This is how we have to. You can't give away your stuff if you're starting business.
Right.
I don't want that. I want you to, build this stuff, and I wouldn't buy it if I didn't believe in what you were doing.
Right.
That's a difference. So I think, like, for me, people don't know if I'm being really genuine.
Right.
And it's like, just as nice as I am, I'm just that mean. So when you bring that out of me, that's the side that you get. And I'm very, like, the one thing about myself that I try to work on is, like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. So if you do something that I don't like, I react on impulse. And I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. Or I shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when somebody bring you out of character, no matter what the situation is, they already won. Because now I've resorted to some shit that I don't want to be no more.
Right.
So, like, for me, I don't feel like I've been delivered all the way from having physical altercations with people, and that part I am working on, because I will be 40 on my birthday. But sometimes you just gotta let a person know, like, baby, I'm not that, and this ain't what you want.
It's not what you want.
Right.
Like, for me, I think a lot of times people will talk shit, but unless you really bring it to me, one guy, we was having a conversation. I went to school. He was like, I never remember you having a lot of fights. I said, I didn't. I said, because for one, how I was raised, if somebody really want to say some shit to you, they're going to bring it to your face. If they telling people all around the mulberry bush, you don't want that. And I'm not even about to address it, because if it's not serious enough for you to bring to me, then that's not something you really want.
I think that's my problem. I let stuff bother me. So, like, remember I told you, like, I'm kind of impulsive and I wear my heart on my sleeve. So if I heard that you said something, I want to confront it. And sometimes what I have to start telling myself, even as of last week, look at the people who are saying this stuff.
Right.
And it made me have to, but I'm not going to say it still didn't bother me, but it just put some stuff in perspective. Like, I didn't even give a fuck.
Consider the source. Because if somebody is talking shit, first of all, about my friend, I'm not about to drag that bone. First of all, I'm gonna stop you in your tracks.
This is something that just happened to me. And I'm telling you, what I told the person is, nobody even gonna have an opportunity to say nothing. You got a problem with her? Come here. Let me go get her.
Yeah.
Let me go get her. Let me stop you.
Yeah.
Ain't shit nobody could come fucking say about you to me.
Yeah.
You are my fucking friend.
Yeah. And you know, I'm not gonna sit there and entertain it. And I damn sure ain't gonna drag the bone back, because if you really want to say it that bad enough, yeah, like you said, let me go get her. And you can hash it out, talk it out, whatever. One thing I am good at, if I am hearing a lot of stuff or saying it keeps getting back to me, I will go confront the person, and it's not gonna be no show.
Right.
Because if it goes down, then it will go down. And I'm not here for a show. I'm not looking for the job to stop me. If I'm in uniform, baby, we can wait, and it's gonna
I'm
be.
not even gonna have no argument with you at work. We all got bills to pay. This is my address. We can have a conversation after work. That's a park around the corner. But people are snitches. Yeah, they do all that to be the most high-powered people, and those are the same people that will engage you in confrontation and go tell them.
Go tell them or try to see you.
Yeah.
Depending on how bad.
Maybe you ain't gonna get nothing but some wigs from me.
I just think, like, at the core, it goes back to yourself. Yeah. Like, knowing yourself, taking accountability for your own actions, and everything doesn't require your response. You could be over there talking shit, but guess what? If you're not talking it to me, then how serious are you about it?
See, that's the part that
because if I want to say something to somebody, I'm gonna say it to you.
Right, but I'm the type of person, I hear my name, my neck, I turn into the exorcist. What'd you say?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have to work on.
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
And then I'm like, oh, it wasn't like that. I don't got time for that.
Yeah.
I don't got time for that. If you have something that you want to say, come say it to me.
Right.
If I have offended you or you feel like I did something, come address me.
Right.
I'm a grown woman. We can have a conversation.
Right.
Because if I feel like something is geared toward me and you address me, I'm gonna approach you because your friend can't tell me nothing about it. I don't want to hear the maybe it was this or maybe it was that. No. Right. I want it straight from the horse's mouth.
That part. So let's dive into some stuff that I've seen on social media this week. And I know stuff is like, you black and white, you know, I'm that gray area. So I'd be like, well, how long have you been together? How long, this, that, and that. But the meat and potatoes is the meat and potatoes. All right, so I'm gonna just pull it up. I'm gonna just pull it up on my phone. So the tag reads, how do y'all feel about this? Woman says she got the ick and broke up with her boyfriend because he asked for the money he loaned her. So I'm gonna just give you a quick overview. She lost her job. She was behind on some stuff. Her boyfriend gave her some money, and when she started working, he asked her, "Hey, has your check cleared? You know, about paying him back." And she said that she feels like he shouldn't even have to ask her. She should have just given him the money right off the bat. But she felt like it still disgusted her that, you know, he asked for his money back, and she admitted that she's kind of wrong. Yeah. But it's like it's nothing she can do about it. Like, she feels the way that she feels. So, what do you think about that?
I think people like her is the reason why I don't loan money to friends or in relationships. I feel like if you ask to borrow, it's that borrow implies that it's going to be paid back. Right. You usually set up a time that it'll be paid back. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes things happen where you might need a little bit more time. Like she said, oh, well, I still had a lot of bills coming in. Okay, just like you communicated with this man that you needed to borrow the money, I'm sure if you would have communicated like, hey, babe, I'm still playing catch up. I need this amount of time. Can I have some more time? However, like you said, it is maybe some gray areas, like if they live together, how long have they been together? If you don't live together, by all means, I don't care if that's your man, pay him back, because one, he got bills, you got bills. Y'all bills are separate. It's not like you coming together on something. So you don't know how, you know what I'm saying, that might hinder him, you not trying to pay him his money back. He
could have not paid his rent to give you the money until 2 weeks until you got paid to help you out. But that's why I said it's black and white, but it's some variables in that conversation. And what I just felt like that she was coming from a place of entitlement, and I'm speaking from a person that feels entitled a lot. So it's not that I can relate to what she's saying, but I just feel like what I had to come to terms with is everybody don't operate like us, right? So if you was my dude and you lost your job and I had to let you borrow some money, 9 times out of 10, if I had the money, even if you asked to borrow it from me, I would have let you borrow it. And then when it came, like if you got your first check, I'd have been like, you know what? You don't got to give it all back to me right now. Just give me half. Or if I had a surplus of whatever, listen, just we good, and then when I need you to take care of something, you got me like that. That's usually how I do. But like I said, we don't know the circumstances. So I think a lot of people operate in a space of how they would operate.
And let's go back to entitlement. Because here's another scenario relationship-wise. Ladies, y'all probably don't want to drag me. Fellas, I don't know. But
they'll be okay.
I feel like this. If you are not married, you're not obligated to pay anybody's bills. I'm sorry. It's a difference between a wife, a girlfriend, and somebody you're just dating. I think we have come to a point where all the lines are blurred, and we look at everybody as kind of playing this role of, oh, you got it. Yeah, a person who got money, they generally got bigger bills than you do. So you can't just assume, oh, you got it, you got me. Well, why can't you do this? First of all, that's wife That's wife expectations. Me and you could break up today or tomorrow, so why would I throw all this money into you like that? Like I would never expect that. First of all, it just doesn't work that way. Like to me, like
no, I feel what you're saying.
I don't believe in.
I feel what you're saying, but you gotta understand, like we living in a different time now where everything is based off of finances and looks, right?
Yeah.
So, but I also tell people too, like I've met quality people, you know, people that have money, stuff like that. I just feel like I don't know. The new generation of girls, they a lot more like upfront and direct. What you got? What we doing? And some of it is cringeworthy to me because I feel like our generation is different. How old are you?
46.
Okay. Girl, I did not know you was 46. You look good.
Thank you.
I'm 39, right? But I feel like our generation, we were really like mini adults.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up like we had real responsibilities.
Yeah.
I had to go pick my brother and sister up from school. Like my mom came home, I cooked dinner. And I'm not saying that that's right, because some of it took away from us actually being a child.
Right.
But the new generation, they upfront and direct, because we have a lot more compassion for situations. So you see people going viral for, oh, he sent me $30 for lunch. That's not enough. Oh, if I'm not going to Applebee's. I'm not doing this, right? So I'm the type of person, because I don't care if I like you, we can go wherever.
Yeah.
It ain't, if you send me $10 for lunch, that's $10 more than what I had, right? But I also feel like if you don't ask for nothing, or you don't set no type of standards, they ain't gonna give you nothing. Right.
I feel like this is. I feel like we live in the prostitution era, and I'm gonna say that because even. I mean, like, think about the song, I think it's G-Eazy, Cardi B, and A$AP Rocky. She said, fuck them, then I get some money. These men, and both sides are okay with it. Because why? If you that bitch that they want to have, or if you that girl that they want to have, they want to be seen with, they don't mind paying you, they gonna buy you that. They gonna buy you that expensive bag.
This is my gray area. I believe, what Denzel Washington said, I'm leaving out here with something. I'm leaving out here with something. And I'm not saying you gotta pay me, but what's in it for me? Because most of the men that pursue you, they might feel like you're pretty, but they like you. They want to have sex with you.
Right.
So you like me, you pursued me, but you want to give me absolutely nothing. I mean, I've had people tell me, like, you gotta earn a date. You talk to me.
You say earn a date?
Earn a date. I have to see if you are worth going on a date. Now let me explain something. I'm gonna be realistic. When we just meet, you don't have to take me to Ruth Chris, because we getting to know each other. Yeah. You met me. You like me physically. Clearly, I must have liked you to give you my number back.
Yeah, but whatever. The eye test.
Okay, so that's cool. You don't have to take me on a $200 date. We can go somewhere, you know, whatever, because I don't know if I'm going to like you. Have you ever went out with somebody and you sat there and be like, this is the last time this motherfucker going to see me? Now, this had to be, man, I was still young. I'm still young, y'all, but I was younger. Met this dude, right? He was like security at a, wherever. So he like, oh, you know, we talking on the phone a little bit. He's like, I'm going to pull up. I was like, all right, cool. Nigga pull up. I go outside, we in the car. I don't know why this bothered me so much, but he pulled open a bag and pulled out a motherfucking 40 ounce.
He took it back.
I looked at it. It was an old English.
Took it to the 80s.
I looked. I said, oh, he beat up his girlfriends. Hell no. That was the last time that nigga ever talked to me, because I'm like, So I was just saying this to say, like, no. Okay, imagine he do drink 40 ounces and he took me on this expensive date and think we hit it off. But that's something that, why ever in my mind, I don't like that. Now he don't waste his damn money. And mind you, this is a long time ago, but I'm just saying that to say, like, no, when you first meet somebody, you don't have to take them on all these expensive dates and all that. But you do have some people that recognize your worth right out the gate and want to do those things for you. Like, if I'm interested in I'm a person, I'm not a person, I'm a woman that I am equal. not equal like that, but I don't expect you to do anything for me that I'm not willing to do for you. So I'm like a nurturer. I like my man to look good. I like him to smell good. So you don't, it's certain shit you don't even have to ask me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it because that's what type of woman that I am.
Right.
But what I found for myself is that I was giving the best parts of myself to the wrong people.
Here's the thing. Some people are just for fun.
Yeah.
You or just for that moment. You can't treat everybody like they the one, and that doesn't mean that you treat them bad. That just means you ain't gonna really invest too much in them. And it could end up going into a friendship, or y'all could end up not talking again, or just falling off.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, this person is not the one. I don't believe in investing a whole lot in somebody I know that's not the one. We could be cool. I might take your call every now and then, but I'm not going to lead you on to make you think that either, because I don't want to waste nobody's time and them and then feel like I'm doing them wrong.
Right.
I'm a communicator. I believe in being honest, and sometimes it's maybe coming off as like a little too blunt, but I treat people how I want to be treated. I'd rather you tell me a hard truth than a soft lie. Like, I want to know, like, if I'm not your cup of tea, be like, girl, you know what, you cool, but I ain't really feeling you like that. I want you to tell me. My friends.
So when you just said that right now I almost kind of understand the balloon popping shit. I'm not even finna waste your time.
Yeah.
Walk in, pop. I don't like the shoes you got on. And for us, it might come off as a little harsh, but those are real things now that I think about it. And for us, it's a little shallow because I don't need validation from anybody that bad that I would need to do something like that.
Right.
But if you really think about it, that eliminates a whole lot of shit.
It does. And it opens the door for a conversation, because they say, well, why did you do this and why did you do that? Like one, she said, well, your pants are too tight. It's the difference between tight pants and fitted pants. Like in the 90s, everybody used to wear their pants maybe 2 sizes, 3 sizes too big. Then you went to the skinny jean era. A grown-ass man, you will see him with jeans that fit his size. Not anything looking like,
But then in the 70s, they was wearing halter tops.
Halter tops, bell bottoms.
The men,
yeah. The disco era.
Yeah, so I think that is more so like, well, what she said makes sense, but a lot of people, I mean, we live in shallow times. Everybody's so superficial and shallow, right?
But, sorry to that.
Go ahead.
But we also live in the time where you don't really know what you're getting.
Right. And you still ain't gonna know what you're getting even when you get it.
You're getting a lot of people that go both ways.
Yeah.
And everybody's not always upfront with that. But if you're looking for telltale signs, there may be some telltale signs, and sometimes there may not be.
Mm-hmm.
We live in an era where men are not, I'll say they're not able to really express themselves without the lashback that we as women can express ourselves freely with. Because if somebody say, oh, women are bisexual, this,
I was just
that.
about to say
but
that.
if you say that about a man,
why is it acceptable for a woman to be bisexual and not a man?
Now, I per se, that ain't my thing, but if that's what you do, I need there to be an atmosphere of, hey, when you come and tell me, you need to tell me this. Not like, oh, I don't know, they gonna treat me bad. I ain't gonna treat you bad, but I will let you know that's not for me. You know what I'm saying? And no judgment on you, but that's just not for me. That's not something I'm into. And if that's what you're into, then I think the sooner I let you know that's not what I'm into, then you can go find somebody who is gonna make you comfortable in the situation that you prefer. And I think we don't do that. We listen, we point, we judge. I'm not God. Now, what I believe is what I believe. You might not believe what I believe,
right.
But at the end of the day, God gave us free will. So who am I to tell somebody what you don't need to be doing and can't be doing? That's not my job.
Well, my opinion is probably biased on this situation because I've been a lot of bitches in my life. So I'm not excluded from that. Mm-hmm. But as I feel like it's one-sided because even as somebody that has operated in that space before, mm-hmm. I don't bisexual man.
Yeah, it's just But I need you to.
But that's the the double-edged sword. Like I don't even really know how to explain it. That's why I said that. Like why is it okay because for women it's considered like sexy or whatever.
I get offended. This is what every guy say. Oh, all women are bisexual. And so I asked. I said, so you think all women like women? I said, so would that be fair to me to say all men like men? So you like to suck a little dick from time to time?
Wow.
Because I feel like that. Like all women don't like women. You know what I'm saying? So, but for you to sit and men are so freely to say that, and then he was like not feeling it when I put it to him the way you put it to me. Like, oh,
I watch a lot of like shit like 300. What's those kind of movies? Like, what era is that in?
That's like
like, you know, like Gladiator shit.
Gladiator.
You know, that shit, like, even people be saying like stuff about people being bisexual and gay. That shit predates back down to the Egyptians. I watched the Moses.
There's nothing new.
Them niggas was gay. Them niggas was gay.
There's nothing new.
Gay. Them niggas was gay.
Destroyed something.
The earth.
He had to.
The earth. It was it, but baby,
because they were trying to have sex with the people he sent with the angel. He had to blind them so they would not be able to speak because you know what I mean. But hey, there's nothing new under the sun.
It's really not. But what was we even talking about? What was okay. What I was saying is that a lot, even for women, like the whole like gay, bisexual stuff, I think it's more so of a like, okay, it's no secret that the women, especially in a dating atmosphere, outnumber the men, right? So you might have 10 niggas over here, and they might be what do they call a litter when they it's not a good litter. They're not even a good litter.
Yeah.
But this is all we had to pick from. Mm-hmm. So it's looking like they motherfucking the best thing going, right? So it starts giving people like more options than they would normally have. So even down to the woman, you gotta start adding shit to yourself that's gonna make you more acceptable. Like, okay, you don't like girls, she like girls. I'm gonna talk to her because now I can get 2 girls out of one for her. Like, it's just shit like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, even what I feel like we gonna talk about this in detail later. The whole poly lifestyle. I think that's just a way for your nigga to cheat on you and you be okay with it. Oh, your nigga a cheater? No, we're not. We're poly. No, you don't want to eat that girl coochie.
I'm gonna say this, and so many people will probably disagree with me. I think a lot of these women that be out here going for that shit, they do it just for the clout. Like, I don't believe that
I don't even think they're doing it for clout. I think they are doing it because you want to be with your man. Yeah. This is your man, but he's a cheater. So now he's done brainwashed you to feel like, look, this we doing this for us. Mm-hmm. We got another income. We got you could go to work. She could take care of the kids. This, that. Nigga, our kids is grown. I don't need nobody.
And you know the way it's being done here is not even right. Like,
they supposed to be providers. They supposed to take care. That white man, see, he done started some shit. Yeah. When he had all the wives and shit, but you see that shit fell apart.
In the Middle East, the men and other countries too, but you can have as many as you can afford.
Right. Now, listen. Even in dating, and I'm gonna be honest, because like when I'm out here talking my shit and everything, that's just what I do. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Mm-hmm. As long as you can treat me the same. Don't ever make me feel like no bitch getting more than what I'm getting. Mm-hmm. And that's until we are something. You know what I'm saying? Official. In the meantime, it is what it is. But you can't be out here trying to act like you that dude and
now the dating phase, I think dating is a lost art. I think people don't even know how to date anymore.
I told you, they tell me I gotta earn the date.
I don't believe in earning no date. Like if we with each other, if we approach each other or you approach me and everything's cool, we conversate, we talk, then hey, if you want to ask me out, then I must earn a date. What does that even mean?
What is people? Y'all think a date is spending so much money?
No,
a date could be going to the movies. It's
to the coffee shop.
I'm gonna call you on Tuesday, baby. Let's go out on Tuesday. I might even know that the movie tickets is $5 on Tuesday.
Right, but who cares? It's the interaction. It's the getting to know the person. Dating is getting to know a person. You might like them again. You're probably gonna be in a rotation. I assume if you're dating someone,
you are in a rotation. Don't assume
a rotation.
You are.
There's always a rotation because I would have a rotation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how it is. And that's
not safe out here. You have to.
But I believe in letting people know. Like, everything is up front.
Right. So, I feel like we've covered, a lot of little good topics. Mm-hmm. And not even in detail, but just, some stuff that be going on. So, we got a lot more to come. Honestly, we have so much more to come. And we're just starting out, but stay tuned because we got some good stuff popping.